Hello guys, and welcome to the SteveKnows showcase. I'm going to go over all the games I'm looking forward to putting on my wish list this year in 2021. So hello guys, that little thing at the start, if you watched the showcase you'll understand that one. If you didn't, then I'm sorry, I may have been a little bit weird. So the showcase was on yesterday and it was overall a little disappointing. The showcase kind of showed off games that we already knew about. The secret reveals were not that spectacular. There was like one, but we did get quite a few moments of nice cheeky bits of information that you may have missed and seen in the gameplay, which actually kind of gets me excited. Now that I've been reflecting on it, there's some things there that I've actually taken away in a very positive light. It's just a shame that it didn't last very long, and at the end of the stream I was thinking, is that it? Has the stream failed? Has something gone wrong with Facebook? But no, that was that was the end of it. So I'm going to go over some of the games in case you missed it. So it's going to be a more compact, summarized video of what the showcase was, and also highlighting some of the cheeky bits of information they put in there that hopefully will get you excited as well. So enough chin wagging, let's get started. So they started this off giving us information around Pistol Whip, and it was so short that I kind of just forgot about it, but reflecting on it and going back and checking all this stuff out, it was kind of interesting. We got some more insight into what the story was actually going to be, because previously we already heard that Pistol Whip were going to be doing a turn back time mode like they did with 2089, which was based in the future, that campaign, but in the past. So we finally got a name for that Pistol Whip game. They said it was turning back the clock and hinted at the Wild West era. So we got this name Smoke and Thunder, with a new female antagonist, where the story is around two sisters and has the classic scenes such as the old train carriage chase that you see in all the other westerns. But that's kind of all they gave away. So on to the next update, which brings something pretty special, which was Warhammer 40k. So if you already own this game, you may have seen in the in-game menu that a cooperative mode was supposed to be coming. And this is going to make the game for many people. So this update is bringing that cooperative mode so you can play Battle Sister with a friend online. And it seems to be this kind of horde mode where you earn credits, which means you can buy bigger and better weapons and hopefully help you to survive. This is going to be available now from today for Rift PC VR gamers, but they also said the game is going to be cross-buy and cross-platform with the Oculus Quest. So once the update drops for the Oculus Quest, we can play with our PC VR friends as well. So they dropped the Lone Echo 2 news. This isn't something that we were kind of in the dark about. We knew it was coming, but we thought potentially there was rumors that it would be coming to the Quest. So they showed off the stunning footage of this game traversing in space, and it just looked absolutely beautiful. But they did say that the game is only going to be playable on PC VR. I expect that they tried to port the game and couldn't do it, and as I'd already previously been saying, I didn't really want them to port it because downgrading it like that is going to take away from the charm of the game. It's this beautiful cinematic piece, and downgrading the visuals it wouldn't help. And they almost got me at the end when they said on Rift and on Quest ... with Link. For those of you that have not played this game, prepare yourself. Play the first title. You may recognize some of the bots as well. Echo Arena, anyone? I'm just really happy to see that this is going to be a PC VR title and they haven't downgraded it. Whether they tried to or not, I'm just happy to see that we're going to keep those absolutely stunning visuals that keep the charm of that game. Then they went on to talk about Resident Evil 4, and they shouldn't have revealed this game a couple of days before for the 20th Resident Evil anniversary, but then who gets the right to announce it, you know? Capcom, you know, people who are creating the game, or Oculus? I don't know. But it would have been that scream at the screen moment if they'd showed this on the showcase day rather than us knowing before. But they showed us a lot more gameplay and a lot more cheeky insights what we can expect if this game comes out. So apparently they've not changed the game in any way at all. They've just made it a virtual reality title, so the first person perspective, which I think will be enough. It's going to make the game so scary having that perspective and actually kind of being in the game embodying Leon. As the flat screen version was a more actiony edge, but the presence in VR, as I just said, I believe it's going to be an amazing title. Hunnigan and Leon is now on a phone that you'll hold in your hand rather than this kind of pop-up cutscene. But the visuals, they look like they're still from the 2005 GameCube release, but with a HD update. But they did say that they apparently have redone 4,500 textures. So as long as the game feels good, I'm sure it's going to look better in the virtual reality headset as well, because watching stuff flat screen just doesn't do VR justice. I love looking at the ability to open drawers to find ammo, picking the ammo up, picking the coins up, actually picking it up, not having this kind of light on the floor that you step over like we did in the original. And now you have the ability to have a weapon in each hand, so a knife in the left, a pistol in the right, with a realistic reloading mechanic as well. They did show this teleportation method though, and snap turning, which looked so weird. So you kind of like teleport forward, and then you watch Leon run there in third person. It just doesn't seem like a really great way to do it, but it seems they had to do that probably to maintain the kind of gameplay. Otherwise, people are going to be able to really destroy this title and cheat if they can just sprint around bosses with teleportation. But a great piece of news that they did announce is this game can be played seated. So people in wheelchairs or people who just can't stand for that long, you'll be able to play this game sitting down. Happy days. The use of first aid sprays as well. It looks like you're kind of spraying a deodorant on yourself, which I think is a nice touch, not just pressing a button to eat a herb. And the game's also going to run at a much higher FPS. The original was running at 30, so they've really got to push up those frames for the mobile virtual reality hardware. And they also said that you can drop ammo, so that's an additional stress now. If you're trying to reload your gun and you're absolutely surrounded, you can't drop your ammo. That would be such a bad scenario. I just can't handle this. I love Resident Evil so much. I might have to start my own Resident Evil 4 virtual reality channel, just dedicated to that one game. They then moved on to us finally getting the second part of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge title. We had the first half. The game for me just felt a little flat, felt kind of hollow. So I'm not really that excited for the part 2 anyway. But for those of you that love Star Wars and actually enjoyed that title, that you are going to get a nice cheeky appearance from Doc Onderon. Am I saying that correctly? Doc Onder. Which of course leads them on to the obvious game that's coming out very soon, and that is Star Wars Pinball. We've heard loads about this game, nothing special was added, just Star Wars pinball tables that were inspired by the franchise and tons of minigames to break up the play, such as being the Mando using a flamethrower to keep the pinball from falling in the hole. So we did get some more gameplay if you were interested in checking that out of this title, and a much better view at the personal arcade, the fan cave, which you get, which is this kind of cool create your own personal space arcade home space. It looks pretty damn cool. I really find it hard to gauge if people are excited for this game or don't really care, so please comment down below how you feel about this title. And also, and kind of in fairness, it does look like one of the best pinball games I've seen on the Oculus Quest anyway, so I don't know what really I'm expecting. It's a pinball game. We did see a cheeky tease from I Expect You to Die 2 from Shell Games. The first one is an absolute classic, fun, comedic, secret agent vibe that kind of makes you feel cool, puzzles that actually keeps you engaged. So super exciting. This game is coming this year, and it is going to be available on the Quest and the Rift as well. They really didn't give much away. It was this very small tease just to let you know this game was coming some point in 2021. So this next game, which was supposed to be kind of like their secret reveal, was this, oh, we got this secret game coming. If you remember this title from N64, and everyone was getting so pumped, and then they said 1080 snowboarding, which, granted, on N64, it was a classic. Back in the day, it was nuts, but it just wasn't what I was expecting. You know, when they say N64, classic era, this game that people used to love, and then it was that. But the game, actually, the more I've looked at the gameplay and kind of been diving in to see what's expected, actually looks pretty good. So from the creator of 1080 Snowboarding, we have a new snowboarding game called Carve Snowboarding. In the game, it looks like you have the ability to change gear, grind rails, which to be honest, in virtual reality is something I've always wanted to do. That looks so fun. And that you get these huge moments of long hang where you're shooting off a massive ramp and getting tons of air. The game does look very intense. And hopefully it can bring me back those nostalgic vibes of playing the 1080 Snowboarding or SSX, because they were actually fantastic games. They did show something very cheekily at the end though that you may have missed, because it was there for a split second. You actually have the ability to unlock the hoverboard from Back to the Future 2. So if you missed it, I caught it, don't worry, that is something to get really excited for. Love that film. So after some thought, I'm actually looking forward to this one. Hopefully they're going to implement some multiplayer as well. So next was kind of the biggest reveal and shock that this is a game that's coming to the Oculus Quest and the Rift as well, and it just looks insane. It looks like Half-Life Alyx has been modded to this kind of crazy 4-player cooperative zombie title. It looks mwah. This is Until You Fall, a game that is set in LA, where you and up to 3 other players in a cooperative play have to work together to take on the undead. This was a great moment in the showcase. The game looks stunning, and the idea of having this Left 4 Dead style cooperative play and the chaos this game intends to bring I am ready. This is from Vertigo Games, the creators of Arizona Sunshine, but from the trailer, as I just said, it doesn't look like it's from Vertigo Games. It looks like something Valve just made. It looks beautiful, and the number of assets that they have on screen, I'm just hoping the minimum requirements to play this game is not a 30 series card. I couldn't believe it when she said this was also coming to the Quest with cross-play support. What a bonus. But I cannot imagine playing a game like this on the Oculus Quest after seeing this trailer. I need to see it looking as buttery sweet as it did here. Seriously impressive. So a couple of things that you can actually enjoy today. Wraith Oblivion Afterlife is coming out today. Get to the Chopper, who I streamed with, did say he was kind of worried how the community was going to receive this game, because it's kind of an exploration horror title that's very creepy and not kind of scary, where you don't want to avoid playing, but you want to keep, moving forward, unravel the mystery. And because it's not this fast-paced kind of action madness that's around every corner, we were kind of curious how the community were going to enjoy this game. So if you're playing this or you're watching this after the game is released and you've had a go, please comment down below and let me know what you think of this game. Next was The Climb 2 is getting an update, which apparently the game only came out last month, and it just feels like forever ago. I was so surprised. A fun game, especially once you get the hang of it, and you can basically kind of free run your way to these peaks and race your friend's ghosts, so that's such a nice touch. But this game is getting a freestyle expansion pack. It's coming in 2 parts, each with 6 levels in it. And a cool idea is they've added this new game mode called rhythm-based climbing, where bricks will move to the musical beats and you have to climb to that beat and remember the pattern of the grips as if they were musical notes. The first expansion is going live now, it's available right now, and apparently it is free. And I kind of love that was the last thing they said. And it's free. And they then showed us this huge Walking Dead update that is coming, and again, something that is for free, for one of the greatest virtual reality titles that you can play. Some of you may have rinsed it for ages and you want some more content, you're going to get a big one, and it's free. That is coming May 20th. So this DLC extends upon the game's traditional gameplay, which would have been nice to have something slightly different after playing so much of the original game, but anyway, it's still great. It seems like a large stockpile of supplies have been dropped and all the other factions are trying to get to it, because it would help you gain power and look after your people. So it seems this DLC is heavy on killing people instead of taking out zombies. The DLC is called Aftershock, and as I said, it's coming May 20th. So if you needed something to play, look no further. And then that's how the stream ended. That was it. There was no news on Demeo, there was no news on Lone Echo 1 being ported to the Quest that was being rumoured. There was loads of games that weren't mentioned. It was very strange. I kind of thought that their stream had cut off. At the end, it was just done, because they ended on a game update, not a big finished game reveal. So I was just waiting, like, no, something's coming, and it didn't. So I was kind of deflated, but there are some actually quite nice pieces of information in there. I just should have set my expectations a bit better, to be honest. So it's my own fault. If you guys didn't catch the event and you're checking this out now, let me know if there's something there that's going to excite you, because not everyone's going to know everything all the time. A lot of us are just really heavily into the virtual reality community, so every tweet, every post, every rumor, we're already on it, but the majority of people that aren't like that. So please subscribe to the channel, guys. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Happy gaming. Good day.